Walking slow down my own street, strangers smile when our eyes meet. Doesn't matter at all.
Welcome to the Kindness Matters podcast, a show that celebrates the powerful truth that kindness can change the world. Every week I aim to shine a light on people and organizations making a positive difference in their communities, proving that compassion, empathy, and connection still thrive, even in challenging times. This podcast is about more than good stories, though. It's about real impact. Through heartfelt conversations, inspiring acts, and everyday examples of humanity, the Kindness Matters podcast invites listeners to rediscover the power of kindness as a force for healing, growth, and genuine connection. If the message of this show resonates with you, please share it with your friends and family. Each share helps spread the light a little further, because when it comes to kindness, the ripple effect is limitless.
Voice of the crowd, I see neighbors helping.
Hey, hello, and welcome everybody to the show. Thank you so much for choosing the Kindness Matters podcast to listen to spend 30 minutes of your precious time on. I greatly appreciate it. And it warms my heart, if you will. And living in Minnesota these days, that it needs some warming, let me tell you. I have such a fantastic show for you today, folks. My guest today on the Kindness Matters podcast is Win Charles. And Win is an author, podcaster, and motivational speaker who has turned life with cerebral palsy into a masterclass in grit, humor, and heart. Win literally wrote the book on navigating a non-disabled world with a disabled body, inviting readers into her story through her memoir, I Win, and other titles also that shine with honesty and hope. When she's not writing or podcasting, Win is out proving that labels do not get the last word. She does. Her voice is equal parts candid and contagious, and today she joins us to talk about resilience, redefining possibility, and why kindness to ourselves and others is not just nice, it's necessary. Welcome to the show, Win. I am so happy to have you on.
Well, thank you for having me on, Mike. And no, I did not write the book I did not write the manifesto on cerebral palsy. Yes, I have cerebral palsy, but well, let me backtrack. It used to not stop me. Right now, we have a temporary glitch of cerebral palsy stopping me and leaving me bedbound, but that's going to change as of January. So we'll be back where we started. So, yes, my name is Win. I have cerebral palsy, ataxia, spastic cerebral palsy, but all you guys need to remember is CP. So that's me, and CP is lack of oxygen injury at birth. So I got it at birth, being born at 5 months, equate that to 27 weeks. So, yeah.
Wow, you really were a preemie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you know what? I think you just kind of answered my first question. So you got CP, or yeah, that is so much easier. First of all, thank you for letting us say it that way, CP, because I have a horrible time saying cerebral palsy. My mouth doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So you got that at birth, basically.
Yes.
And what does CP do to your body for people who may not know?
CP wreaks havoc on your body. No, I'm kidding. CP does do a number on your body. Spasticity makes you so tight, it's like putting a rubber band around your leg and that rubber band not letting go. And so basically, what ended up happening is I fell on my birthday, didn't deal with it. I know bad patient with cerebral palsy doesn't deal with it, goes to give a speech about CP on my birthday to my church. And at the end of the speech, I feel my leg starting to go up. I'm like, well, this is not good. And so then, fast forward to July 16th, early morning of July 17th. Yeah, that was the night of July 16th. Yeah, that was fun. I got no sleep. So July 17th, I'm sitting at my breakfast table. I look down, my leg won't go down. So I'm like, this is not good. Call 911 to get me out of here. We managed 911. And then I say in the emergency room, my hip is out. My hip is out. My hip is out. Wasn't screaming, my hip is out by any means, but enough so they can hear it. They don't know your hip is not out. Well, fast forward, turns out it's 50 degrees out of socket. It's painful as we sit here today,
Oh,
and I am having a hip replacement on January 12th at the age of 37.
oh my gosh. Oh.
So, yeah.
So when you fell, you literally dislocated your hip.
Yeah.
You knocked it out of the. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
literally dislocated my hip when I fell on my birthday.
Oh.
Didn't deal with it on my birthday, me being stubborn.
Do you think it could have been repaired if you'd gone straight into the hospital with it? Or
Yeah, I think it could have been, they could have done something. I mean, looking back on it, I felt it go out. I just thought I internally bruised it. I don't know.
bad patient. Bad patient.
That's okay. I get called the bad patient all the time.
Does that happen a lot?
I get called the bad patient all the time. I get called patient insisted on a hip replacement. No, the hip replacement is the best option. So, yeah.
I'm a bad patient too. But I've never had a hip replacement. Knock wood. So talk to me, what kind of misconceptions do people often have about CP or about disability in general that bug you or that you'd like to correct?
Well, one, they think CP has no brains.
Oh.
And I have stories at the yin yang to line that up to prove that wrong. But my latest one was I had my pre-op for this surgery. So the doctor gets done. He leaves the room. His medical assistant or scribe leaves the room. A woman literally comes running in. One of the physician's assistants comes running in and says, I need someone to sign off on the surgery. I say, me. She goes, right past me and turns to the two other people sitting in the room, one being my aide, the other one being my medical liaison, and says, "Who's signing off for the surgery?" I'm sitting over in the corner. I say, "Me,"
Hello,
as
I'm right here.
loudly as I can. She goes, "Oh, I thought there was a medical power of attorney involved." I I almost said, "Give me the GD iPad and let me sign off on the surgery. Give
Yeah.
me the iPad." So, yes, that's a story to prove that people think they think a lot of disabilities don't have a brain.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, have there been any moments in your life where, and they could be big or small, that made you feel supported or seen by others?
Well, my podcast, I did not realize writing book would um I I did not realize losing my mom would turn into writing a book,
Yeah.
would turn into a podcast, would turn into me being a motivational speaker, and me getting podcast interviews left, right, and center because of my story. And then I didn't realize that people were hungry for education on CP.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us, we've heard the phrase before, we've heard, but I don't know that we necessarily know somebody with
Yes.
CP, and I think that kinda goes to show that people want to learn and understand, maybe so they can support people with CP better?
Yeah. People with disabilities better in
In
general.
general, yeah. Um, okay, this is kinda going back to, okay, let's what is one of your pet peeves about, um, the way people treat people with disabilities?
Ugh,
Is there just one?
where do I
Narrow it
start
down?
on this one? Where do I start on this one too? They talk to the I'll give you the short version. They talk to the A, not the disabled person.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, I
They
apologize.
talk to the aid, not the
Oh,
disabled person.
yes. Yes, I can see where that would be horribly
Yeah.
infuriating.
Yeah.
Um, so what were some of the biggest challenges you faced as you were growing up, and what helped you navigate them? Because I think, again, it probably goes back to that whole, um, I well, I can't excuse the medical person, but, um, for the general public, w it helps us to understand if we know what you were going through.
Yes. Well, the education system, and I'm going back into the education system here pretty dang soon. And the education system is cruel on people with disabilities. It's cruel on people with disabilities. It doesn't support them. You have to look under every rock for support. I mean, they may have officers of disabilities, but yet the professors don't read the accommodations, wonder why the student is failing, yet the teacher doesn't read the IEP individualized education plan, wonder why the student is not succeeding.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be horribly frustrating. I could see that. I could
I've literally had professors tell me, "Oh, why didn't you do it this way?" I said, "Because I need accommodations." Didn't you read the accommodations note that I handed to you at the beginning of class virtually? They go, "No." They literally said no.
Wow. Wow. I and I spoke once with a woman who has, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Do you know what that is?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Her daughter also had it.
yes.
I think it's genetic. Um, but her daughter obviously was in school, and she was very apparently, they were very good. This is over in Wisconsin, I think, and they were very good with her, um oh, shoot, you just said it.
Individualized
The
education
accommodations,
plan.
you know, if she needed a break for her hand from writing or what have you, they were very, very good about that, so but,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see do you think it gets worse as the further along in your, education? Do you think
Oh,
it gets
yeah.
worse when you get to the university level?
Oh, yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, so talk to me about your day-to-day life. Um, what are some of the invisible challenges that people might not realize that you deal with? What's it like for you
Well,
day
right
to day?
now,
Pardon?
getting in the shower is the toughest thing ever
Yeah, because you need a new hip.
because yeah,
I can only
yeah,
imagine.
and that's yeah. So normally now after the new hip, normally it wouldn't be a challenge, but it is a challenge now.
Yeah, obviously, for obvious reasons.
So for obvious reasons, but yeah, but I will need help getting dressed. I do need help getting dressed. I do need help right now, showering, but I do have people that help me shower, but normally I can do it 90% on my own. Right now it's, um, 0% on my own. So when against the show is not happening without help, and I'm like, okay, where's the hip replacement?
I have a feeling that after the surgery, for a while at least anyway, that's not gonna go anywhere soon because
I
you'll have
have
to
a
keep
funny
it
feeling.
dry and you'll have to
I
you
have a funny feeling that's not gonna go anywhere soon either because after my knee reconstruction, I scared my well, I jump so easily at noises that it's not even funny. My no reaction, my startle reaction was like a baby's. It's still a newborn to this day. So I jump half a foot when the scary noises happen. I don't they can be not so scary to some people, but scary to me.
sure.
So after my knee reconstruction surgery on Valentine's Day, I was leaning forward, trying to be this little independent here, and scared myself, shot myself into a muscle spasm. Yeah, that
Oh, no.
didn't go over well. So, yeah. Next time I know not to do that.
Yeah, no kidding. So you've had knee reconstruction as well as the upcoming hip replacement?
Yes, I
Okay.
have had over 100 surgeries.
Do you sometimes feel like as they're wheeling you into the surgery room, you would just go, "Here, let me do it. I'm well
Yeah,
aware of everything that's going on here after
yeah,
100
basically,
surgeries."
he let me do my own surgery. Yeah, I was put up with so many antics in the in the pre-op that it's not even funny.
Y
I have allergy to anesthesia. I'm
Oh,
one of
no.
those types that has an allergy to anesthesia. So yeah.
But of course
So um so I'm allergic to propofol, which is one of
yeah,
the anesthesias they use. It's common. It's common, and I'm one of the thousands of Americans that's allergic to it. I get ketoacidosis, which in layman's terms, my blood turns acidic. It's lovely. And I'm
I
out,
don't
so
think you're
I
telling
don't
the truth.
realize this. I'm out like light, so I don't realize this. But when I had my knee reconstruction surgery, I was trying to tell the anesthesiologist that I'm allergic to puffball. He looked at me and said, I don't have time for this. I gotta go prepare the OR. And I'm like,
What?
dude, you, you little,
I
yeah,
was just gonna say, you could almost be an anesthesiologist as many and you told him that you were allergic, and he said, "I don't
yeah,
have time for this?"
yeah. I don't have time for this. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
And then as I'm on the operating table, going to sleep before they give me the oxygen, which is truly anesthesia. He says, don't worry, I've been in this field for 30 plus years. Don't worry, I'll handle it. I'm like, dude, just put me to sleep.
You're like, "Same. I've been in surgery for years as well."
Yeah, just put me to sleep.
Yeah, just put me to sleep so I don't have to listen to you anymore.
Now, all kidding aside, they say that people with disabilities make great doctors and great nurses because they have the understanding, the bedside manner that no one else has.
That makes perfect sense. And you really don't see in general terms and it's funny, my wife and I were just talking about, Laura Innes. You know who she is? She's an actress, but, she used to be on the TV show, ER back in the '90s. It's probably too late, too old for you, but
Yeah.
I don't remember what her character had, but she had to use a cane to get around the, the hospital, and I was like, "You just don't see a lot of representation of people with disabilities in medical dramas, let's say."
No.
Um, there's a character on the show The Pit. I don't know if you've seen it. It
No, I
stars
haven't.
okay, it stars Noah Wyle. He played Dr. Carter on ER, and it got a lot of praise for the reality. But there is a doctor on there that is neurodivergent, but that's not really that's not really disabled, is it?
Having a no divergence is all disabilities are no divergent.
What?
All disabilities are neurodivergent. We call ourselves neurodivergent. Fun fact of the day, Mike. You learn something new every day. All disabilities are called neurodivergent.
I did not know that. Look at
Yep.
me. I'm learning stuff.
So autism is called neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Cerebral palsy is called neurodivergent. Dyslexia is called neurodivergent.
Oh, I did not know. I think she's ADHD, but I don't quote me on that. Anyway,
Yeah,
representation matters though, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about something nicer, more fun.
yes.
Um, at, for you as a disabled person, what does kindness look like to you?
Oh, just a person holding the door open for the aid and myself. I mean, my no my orthopedics office who's doing my hip replacement has the smallest pathway to get into his office I've ever seen. So just holding the door for someone who is disabled and they're struggling to get the wheelchair in the door, and the person in the wheelchair is struggling to navigate the door. Just hold the door open.
They have one of those automatic doors. It'll just
They do, but the automatic doors half the time don't work.
Jeez Louise. People get, and you would think in an orthopedics doctor's office that
Yeah,
that would be a no-brainer, wouldn't you? Make sure the
yeah,
automatic doors work. Okay.
yeah.
I thought we were going to be nicer, but apparently not. So, talk to me about what accomplishments are you most proud of, either personally or professionally? I know you used to rock climb, right? Back in the day.
Yes,
That's crazy.
back in the day before I moved. So I am proud of my doing the Kona Ironman. I am a Kona Ironman competitor. No, I didn't win the dang thing. After my hip replacement, I am probably going back to Kona to do the Kona Ironman, but we'll see about that. If they want to send me to France, that is fine, but because I'm a disabled team, they would probably put me in Kona.
That's incredible. I mean, an
So,
Ironman. So, for
yeah,
people that don't know, that's swimming, biking, and running?
yeah,
Okay. So, it's a triathlon,
yes, it's
but
a
it's not just
triathlon.
any triathlon.
Nope,
That's grueling
it's
for anybody.
the top of the world high competitor triathletes, and yeah,
Yeah, I could never, ever, 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 as training 24 hours a day, I could probably not compete.
yeah. So
Um,
that's what I'm doing after my hip replacement.
Good for you. I will follow. I'm going to follow you and see how that goes. How much
Yeah,
time do you think you're going to need after your hip replacement to get?
to get back in shape,
Yeah,
I need a good 3 to 4 months to get back in triathlete shape.
3 to 4 months.
Yeah,
I would need years.
three. Let's say three. Um, 3 months. Definitely 4 months of great to give myself a grace period. 4 months.
Cool. Um. Okay. Wrapping it up here. What advice would you give to people who want to be better allies but aren't quite sure where to start?
Want to be better allies, but aren't
Don't
quite
know where to
where
start.
to start. Okay. One, I would say Google cerebral palsy. Start with learning the basic knowledge about CP or any disability, and then go see if you can shadow a special ed teacher or go into special ed yourself. If you're a high school student or maybe even going back to a degree, consider going into special ed.
Perfect. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Last question. What message of hope or encouragement would you like to leave with listeners today?
Just do it.
Just do
Just
it.
do it. They say the best time to start a podcast is now. So just do it. If you have a dream of doing anything, just do it. Just get the research in and get the finances together, get everything you need, and then just do your dream.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and if I have to throw Win Charles in my face when I don't want to do something and go, if Win Charles can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great message. Win, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. I really, really, really appreciate it. Because you're such, and I know this will probably rub you the wrong way, but you are an inspiration to a lot of people out there, and hopefully more after this. But I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will talk again soon. Take care.
Human first, before the names, before the labels, before
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Kindness Matters podcast with my guest, Win Charles. I hope this episode left you feeling a little easier, a little more hopeful, maybe even a little bit more inspired about the state of the world that we all share. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to tell your friends, family, and coworkers about us. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter for more uplifting content delivered straight to your email inbox every month. It's free, and there's a link to sign up in the show notes. You have been listening to the Kindness Matters podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rathman. We will be back again next week with a brand new episode, and we would be honored if you would join us again. Until then, remember, kindness matters, and so do you.
when the world feels torn apart, love still lives in every heart. Hold on tight through the worst. Together strong, we're human first.